Hill, the Friend, what some of these monsters that quite a lot of them came from Obabo. So right here we are in the pre-ban phase. Obabo got the first pick, so we're probably gonna see, like Ulti said, Jaeger pre-ban and maybe a Han as well. Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right. First game is always going in for those LD net 5 bans if your opponent has one, and if you're scared of that, that is a very, very safe way of looking at it. And Obabo has the first turn. I think he's going to be going with the Hathor. Yeah, and we probably see a Gani and the Ciara response coming in from Sinshei, or he might choose to pick up the Wind Beast Rider that Obabo also has been utilizing for the last couple of months.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Sinshei definitely taking his time, picking up the Ganymede indeed, but then pairing it up with the Vanessa, saying, I just want speed, I really want speed in this composition. Obabo, we've seen him also pick up a Chiwu quite frequently. Chiwu, maybe Savannah, those kind of monsters is what I'm expecting right here. Ciara also with definitely a good idea. Ciara is so good in this meta, and Obabo has her runed up really, really well.
Yes, and he's choosing to go with a Friend. Last year we saw a Swift Friend coming in from him. We're gonna see if he chose to go with a Violence set this year, or if he's still packing a very fast Friend to pair up with those units to save himself from the crowd control units coming in, such as Okeanos and Ganymede.
Yeah, so right here we see two compositions that go really well. That would go really well together, but also are paired up right now against each other. So we have the Chiwu right here. Maybe they are still not picking these Beast Riders because there is an option to put Leo on the board. Chiwu is definitely showing, I have the 33% speed lead, and I also have the another 24% speed lead. So I'm gonna put up a lot of pressure, but does Sinshei have enough damage to follow up? Yep, because there's a fifth monster that's coming on the board, and is this fifth monster gonna be banned? Then you still have just Gani, Okeanos, and Vanessa. So Obabo responds appropriately with the Molly, saying, if your damage is not good enough, I'm gonna go into late game, and Marsha and Ciara both scale really well into late game. So there's a Savannah being picked up on the side of Sinshei. I'm thinking Savannah pre-ban, and Ciara.
I'd like to also maybe see a Chiwu pre-ban coming in from Obabo, because that first turn into a Chiwu Okeanos Gani lockdown is pretty scary, and I think Sinshei now at this point has to get rid of that Molly, otherwise he won't be able to deal enough damage to Obabo's team. And once again, as you said, that this is exactly where you pick Molly, when your opponent is not showing much damage. And as you predicted correctly, Savannah and Molly are both taken out of the table.
Yeah, so Sinshei is very definitely going to take the first turn, picking the Vanessa lead. I didn't catch what Obabo picked up as lead. I probably Ciara.
I think it was a speed lead indeed.
Yeah, it was a speed lead, so definitely saying I want speed as well, but there is Sinshei with a Swift Chiwu, and there's the Okeanos to follow up, but there was not...
Yeah, huge resist coming in from Hathor, and the Masha also resisted the initial hit coming in from Chiwu, so she'll be able to lap and take a turn now when the Vanessa chooses to move.
Yeah, which is indeed really huge, because Masha can now push back the attack bar of Okeanos, making sure that Fran goes before the Okeanos and making sure that there's protection. And that's a huge resistance, but then again, there's a proc and there's probably a dead Okeanos, and Okeanos obviously still being resurrected by the Vanessa.
But I'm not sure if Obabo wanted to have this Okeanos with the attack buff, because now this Ciara will be going down. That's a huge damage coming in from Chiwu. That must be a crit damage one, and Okeanos takes the extra turn with the third skill and chooses to finish off the Ciara.
So there was me questioning the damage on the side of Sinshei, and Sinshei just said, yeah, why don't I just build my Chiwu on crit damage?
Yeah, but this is a crazy proc coming in from Fran, able to get the third skill, and we just saw that Masha was on Violence, so a proc here might spell the end of the Okeanos.
Oh, there's no proc though. There was no proc. I was also anticipating it very heavily. There's a resistance as well. Okeanos doing some Okeanos things. There is some attack break not happening. We have some not that important turns there, and this is the turn
Oh
where
my
it comes down
God.
to. It was not enough.
That is not enough, but I think the Hathor will be able to finish off the Okeanos, but Okeanos will be going off with a stun and a heavy damage on the Masha.
Yeah, so what we see right here is this Chiwu not critting, I think it was 2 times in a row, meaning that she is probably on crit damage, but not on a lot of crit rate. Obabo crit rate, if I must say. There is a crit now, which is a big one already, 20k. There is Vanessa going, that's also a lot of damage on the Vanessa. Is this Hathor gonna proc? It's not gonna proc, so there is the Fran.
But the Fran is going
proc,
to proc, and the attack buffed Masha at this stage off the mount is gonna do a crazy amount of damage. And the single proc might spell the end.
Yeah, there is the Chiwu with the 3rd skill, so Fran didn't want to go for the buff.
Yeah,
Chiwu can't go for the Masha, but the Masha is gonna do a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is why Obabo has the rank 5 spot, and we're just here commentating right now. That would have been a mistake coming in from me. Yeah, I would have definitely used the 3rd skill on the Fran, but now he will probably choose to go for it.
He goes for it right now. So this game actually goes on and on. Thinking Sinshei was gonna win after turn 1 with that huge damage on Chiwu, but right now it looks like Obabo is gonna win.
Yeah, that's a big
with
strip.
his Masha. That's going into late game. Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Oh my god, that's tons of damage coming in from Masha, and this Vanessa is looking very sad by herself right now, and this Masha will be able to chip down the Vanessa slowly.
Yeah, so what are we looking at in the pre-ban for next game? I think Sinshei is definitely thinking about what did I do wrong. My draft was pretty good going into a lot of damage on the 1st turn. But then there was so well adjustment of Obabo with the molly pick on point, and also with the Fran and Masha going in late. Obabo is thinking 5 steps ahead of his opponent.
Oh, you could see it what happened there, chaps. I mean, ultimately, we all thought Obabo there was going to go out, might lose pretty quickly that 1st set, but had that end game, that kind of that foresight to load up and deal out some serious damage come the last part of the of that 1st set.
Yeah, his Masha played a huge factor. Actually, the Hathor almost did not do anything this entire game. The Masha carried the game from pretty much the 5th or the 6th turn onwards, with the crazy procs, especially the 1st proc taking down Okeanos and getting rid of the Vanessa passive, and the Vanessa could never move back and have enough turns to be able to get back to passive, and one by one Obabo took down Sinshei's monsters.
All right, it's set 2. Obabo takes this, he goes through to the winner's bracket. Here we are.
Yeah, and I think you're in a lot of trouble on the side of Sinshei. Your composition got through perfectly the way you wanted it, but it just wasn't enough. And now he has the Jaeger, obviously, but Jaeger doesn't go that well into this first turn composition. Maybe he thinks about going on a little bit different path. There's a Hathor right there, obviously a really contested pick, going in very heavily. And there's Obabo being able to get this Han right there. Maybe it's the last pick, maybe he picks it earlier, but I am thinking we're gonna see a Han right here in this game.
I want to see a Genny right now in this pick, and most likely Obabo will be picking up his Han, and I think the Dark Mermaid would also be a great answer, but he chooses to go and take over the Okeanos from Sinshei. We saw Sinshei's Okeanos doing quite a lot of work, just not enough last game, but Obabo is saying, I'm going to snag that pick right away.
Yeah, so what Sinshei is thinking of probably is if I pick my Ganymede, I'm gonna look at a lot of long game monsters in the end, and probably the Beta, like you said, together with the hand to give a lot of protection from the Hathor Gany first turn. There is picked up the Fran and the Josephine, which I really like. Just trying something else. Josephine is very strong, obviously, against Okeanos, and there's not going to be a Hathor paired up with on the side of Obabo, so there's enough cycling on the side of Josephine to get this passive up.
And we see a Molly once again, and this is forcing Sinshei probably to go for 2 heavy damage units right now. Let's see what he will be choosing to go for.
Jaeger.
Jaeger,
yes, there's a Jaeger. All right, so the Jaeger is really good in this composition, and then, like you said, he needs to pick another one, because otherwise it's just going to be a ban on Jaeger, and it is a really good, really strong one. Leica in this composition, I love it.
Yeah, and Han is a perfect answer to that Leica and the Jaeger, and I'd like to see a Fran ban coming in from Obabo. And what do you want to see banned from Obabo's side? That is the Han being banned.
That is the Han. Obabo utilizing the Han very, very well. So Sinshei probably saw it in his streams how the runes are approximately on the side of Obabo. It's very, very efficient. And let's see if Obado has enough in this second matchup. He's on winning point, a match point, and he gets the first turn with the Okeanos. Resist? No,
it lands on the Hazor, yeah. I also thought it was a
Wow, we saw 2 revenges of the Death Knights. Dragon Knights, and these revenges did a lot of damage on this Savannah, but Molly passive heals it up to the max immediately.
Yeah, Molly cares not at all. That was a little bit of a Yoda talk coming from me, yeah. But Justice is going to be huge on the Sierra, not going to be able to take her down. Will the Okeanos proc the Josephine skill? No, he doesn't do that, and Sierra, that is a big damage coming in on this Josephine, and probably she will be going down.
Yeah, and there's a Josephine that is down, and Obabo didn't want to take his chances. Went for the second skill. He didn't have to strip anything anymore, so second skill, I just want to be safe. Even if I don't land my crit rate, my Obabo crit rate might disappoint me, but still I'm gonna take it. And there's a Leica being bombed up very heavily. This has to be a Leica solo, light Leica solo, or otherwise this is gonna be Sinshei going into loser bracket.
I think it's looking like Sinshei going into the losers bracket right now. I also love that Obabo is not detonating these bombs, because there's no sort of cleanse coming in from Sinshei's side, so Obabo can just let them naturally blow up.
Yeah, and what he said also, and I'm very, very intrigued by that, is that Sierra, do you even go for the bombing extra damage? That first skill skills just so well with the artifacts. So it is also a decision that you can make. Just go for the additional damage based on whatever, and then have it do so much damage, so much cycling, and Sierra on the side of Obabo is just super, super strong.
Insane.